Hello everybody, I'm Melissa and welcome back to Book Bar and welcome to my September end of month wrap up where I will be discussing the 8 books and 1 DNF I had, or 7 books and 1 DNF that I had for the final half of the month of September. In the month of September, I read a total of 17 books and had 1 DNF, like I said. The first 10 books will be in my mid-month wrap up linked above, and then the next 8 will be the ones that, or 7 plus DNF are the ones I'll discuss right here. If you are new to watching my wrap-ups, I go in order of how I completed the book or when I DNF'd it, not necessarily how I started it. So the first book that I finished in the second half of the month was Between Never and Forever by Brit Benson. I read this for a 24-hour reading challenge. I have linked above. I'm obsessed. It made me cry. This book is so good. This is Savannah and Levi. Second chance, forced proximity. She's a rock star. He's a single dad. There's all sorts of issues. There's a lot of religious trauma in this book. This book had a little bit of everything and it will make you cry. It made me cry 3 times in all 3 parts. So there's part 1, which is when they were teenagers. Then there's part 2 when they were 18. And then there's part 3, which is current day. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I cried once in every part. So emotional, gut punch, definitely a great angsty book. For me, Rockstar Scream Fall, so it was a perfect fall time read. Yeah, loved it, 5 stars, of course. Then I read Dead Rinker by Ruth. This is in my new release vlog. I'll have linked above. Also, 5 stars, absolutely obsessed. This is my favorite book in the Seattle Scorpion series so far. This follows JJ and Kate. And if you read the first couple books, you know that JJ and Kate don't get along. They don't like each other. In the first book, you saw their meet cute kind of, where they were going to go home with each other, but then JJ saw someone and was kind of with her, and Kate thought that he was taking her home. It wasn't the case. You learn in this one that, it was someone that he was close to, and she was and he felt uncomfortable leaving her because she was young and drunk, and so yeah. Then my DNF of the month is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. This is not a forever DNF. This is definitely a soft DNF because I have heard nothing but good things about this. It was just taking me way too long to get into, and I think it's a book that I kind of need the audiobook to help me through some of the slow parts because I've heard that the beginning is very slow and the end is very fast. So I think I need the audiobook to re-listen, and especially to the first 40%. I do not try at 35%, but if I can listen to the audiobook for 40% and then maybe continue. Plus the next book isn't coming out till next year anyways, so it was supposed to come out I think this month, but it got picked up by a publisher, so now it's not coming out until so I am okay DNFing it for now. So yeah, and maybe when the audiobook comes out, I can try it again and I will have better luck with it and love it just as much as everyone else, where I can follow along and listen. Then I read The Body in the Bookstore by Ellie Alexander. This is a cozy mystery. This is just a fun, mystery following this girl, Annie. She lives in this small town and works at a bookstore, and the bookstore is failing, of course, because of, people don't want to just go to small towns and go look at bookstores anymore. Especially this one is very niche mystery themed, very Agatha Christie. One of the employees is very he is obsessed with Sherlock Holmes. The owner believes he's Agatha Christie's long lost grandson, all sorts of crazy stuff. So she decides to put on this festival, and at this festival a couple of people from her past show up, and she ends up finding one of those people dead in the secret bookcase in the bookstore, and it becomes this whole mystery. And it was fun. It was cute. It was different than most, because I feel most cozy mysteries, they end up falling for the cop, but the cop on the case was her actual college mentor. And so there was a friendship camaraderie between them, and I think she's gonna end up falling for the grumpy bar owner, because there were definitely vibes with him. So yeah, it was a cute, cozy mystery. I gave it 4 stars. I had a good time with it. Then I read Playbook by Rebecca Jenshak. I gave this 4.5 stars. I did not like it as much as Burnout, but I did still really enjoy this. I have the special edition that she sent in her like book box, like they were a PR box, but she had them for sale. So I got one because I wanted it. I wanted the shirt, I wanted the book. Like, it's just so fun and pretty, and I loved it. But this is Brogan in London, and London is the owner of a PO box. Well, in her PO box, she rarely gets mail for herself. She always gets it for some guy named Brogan 6. And she's like, who the heck is this Brogan 6 guy? And why is he getting all of this smelly women's, like, horrible perfume smelly stuff? She accidentally opens one of his packages, used underwear. She's like, what is going on? Like, what is this guy's deal? And then she meets him and learns who he is. And of course, things are, you know, heating up between them, and they kind of end up deciding to fake date because she needs to have a date to her sister's wedding because her sister is marrying her ex's little brother, and she needs to save some face. So yeah, I enjoyed this. I gave it 4 stars, 4.5 stars. Like I said, I didn't love it quite as much as Burnout, but I still really had a great time with this, and I'm glad I read it. Then I read Fate and Furies by Helen Schuerer. This is the 3rd book in the Legends of Thesmar series. And this is the one where you finally see a little bit of where slaying the Shadow Prince comes into play. So I enjoyed this. This has probably been my favorite one so far. I still did only give it 4.5 stars. But I can see the epic conclusion being very epic, and I'm excited for it. And I definitely will. I will most likely be reading Storm and Secrets, I think is what it's called, in the month of October, because I just loved Fate and Furies and could not put it down. I don't really want to say much because it's book 3 in the series, but book 1 follows a girl named Thea who really wants to be a guardian, and but there's this prophecy that a woman cannot wield a blade because then the end of days will become, and she decides to defy all odds and becomes a guardian. Well, I don't think she's not a guardian yet. She's a shield bearer or something like that. I can never remember the title. And she becomes a shield bearer, and she ends up becoming an apprentice of Wilder Hawthorne. And of course, her and Wilder have some vibes and some things going on. And then there's secrets and everything, and you know, it was just a great time. I loved book 3. I've had a great time with this whole series, and yeah, I'm excited to read the conclusion. Then I read Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. I also read this for my new release vlog. Again, will have been linked above. This is the indie version, but I did listen and read along. But I did listen to the audiobook of the new published version and read along with this version, and there were quite a few changes, but this follows Elwyn and Caden. And Elwyn is a long lost heir. She knows she's a long lost. It's not one of those like hidden long lost heir tropes. Well, she's hidden, but for reasons. And so it's not like she doesn't know that she's long lost heir. She knows exactly who she is. And she comes across this guy named Caden, who is commander of the army of a town, city, country called Verabeth. I don't know what they are in fantasy name. I can never remember. Of a territory named Verabeth. And Verabeth is fighting with Imarath, which is where her family is from, and where she's hiding from. And he's like, Caden's like, I need you, and I need your dragons. So let's break them out of their prison and go on our merry way so we can win this dang war. Well, she, of course, she agrees to go with him. And all sorts of betrayals happen. There is so much craziness. There's a heist. I loved this book. I had a great time with it. I gave 4 stars. And like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I just keep thinking about this book. Like, it was very good. And I'm so excited to continue. But yeah, 4 stars. I had a great time with this. Then the final book I finished in the month of September was Bourbon and Lies by Victoria Wilder. I gave this 5 stars. This was a romantic suspense, small town romance, following Lainey and Grant. And you know, at the beginning, Lainey is on the run. She's in witness protection, and you kind of know why. You learn more as like the story goes on. And you know that Grant is a Fox brother, and the Fox brothers have, or Fox men, their grandpa included, have this curse about them, that the women that they fall in love with die. There's been reasons for this, and things have happened that have made them think that this is real. This is some real curse. It's clearly not, but Lainey and like Grant tries to keep Lainey at bay. He also knows, like, he's like, she's hiding something. Why did she just show up here in the middle of the night? And then he kind of learns why and what happened. And you learn that she has a special connection to Fiasco that not even she knew about. But the reason she was put in Fiasco was for the special connection that she had. But yeah, I gave 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely looking forward to continuing on in the series and reading more from the Fox boys. But yeah, that is my wrap up for the month of September. If you made it to the end of the video, leave me a, like, I think there's like a shot glass with some sort of brown liquid. Leave me that for Bourbon and Lies. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye.